Pull up in motorcades. I got a show today.
What's up, guys? This is Brian, and this is the Till You Collapse podcast, and we're back with my man D Money.
Back again, season 4, episode 6.
I'm excited to talk a couple minutes about you, man. I'm excited to tell a little stories here about you in this last weekend.
Ooh, I'm nervous.
No, don't be nervous, man. Just what we talked about this morning. This is actually good to share with them.
Yeah.
So tell us about what we talked about.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, my weekend's been crazy. So I went up Saturday for a photography workshop for 6 hours. Got to meet one of my photography idols. And then he gave us the opportunity to shoot with some of the models he works with, big name models who've shot for campaigns for gas and like big other clothing companies. I got to work with them exclusively for 4 hours. It was an amazing experience. And then I did a lot of other work over the weekend. But the experience of meeting like someone you look up to and draw inspiration from for years in person it's a crazy experience. Right? Yeah.
Talk about it.
Yeah, it wasn't everything I was hoping it would be, to be honest.
No, and here's the thing. I told you that happens, and I'm proud of you for that. Was the first time you ever really like invested in yourself, right? And and your work is amazing, and you have years of experience. Like how long you been doing this shit?
Oh God!
How old were you?
I've been into video since like 3rd grade when I was like 10.
10 years old, this guy's been shooting video, teaching himself. He's amazing through self-taught experience. This is the first time he invested in himself.
Yep.
And it wasn't like, and I told him, like, a lot of times you see these people on social media, these people that are big name, quote unquote, then you actually meet them and they're not what you think they are. Or like talk about what you realize, like you already know all the shit he's telling you.
Yeah, the stuff he was talking about was really helpful for, I'm sure, everyone that was there. And I'm not trying to say I know everything. No,
for sure. No, I get that. But it kind of validated you. Like you told me that you were saying like you were finishing stuff he was like in your own mind and stuff like that. Like
yeah. As he was going into certain topics, I kind of knew where he was going with it, and it was kind of more validating for me 100%. Than anything.
And that was worth its weight in gold, right?
Exactly.
Gives you more confidence, and you realize, right?
Yeah, the takeaway was phenomenal. I would go again, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, and that's amazing. And I tell you guys, like I've started investing in myself 4 years ago. Donnie just invested in himself. Yep. And my mentors are amazing. I've learned a lot from my mentors, but also like Donnie said, a lot of stuff I went and I'm like, I realized I was already doing the shit. And it validates what you're doing. It gives you confidence. It gives you inspiration to keep going, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And then talk about like, this guy just drove all night. Like he didn't even sleep. It's crazy.
Yeah, I haven't slept in days. I shot. So besides the workshop, I went out and did 3 music videos this weekend. On the way to the workshop, Saturday morning at 5 a.m., our tire blew out. We were on the side of the road, and I tried to make the most of it. So we shot. I was with one of my buddies who's an artist. We drove up together. I shot a video for him while we were getting our tire fixed by AAA.
So listen, guys, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I love this dude. Donnie is so positive. His work's amazing. But just the hustle and the work ethic. Your tire blows out at fucking 5 a.m. on the freeway. This guy gets his camera like, fuck it, let's shoot a video on the side of the freeway. That's not what you did, basically?
That's exactly what we did, yeah.
That's crazy. I love it.
Yeah. And then we went up and shot 2 more videos after the workshop on Saturday. And we were up in 4 a.m. in the middle of Hollywood Street, right in the middle of the street with little traffic, filming a video.
Damn.
Got no sleep, and then shot all day Sunday. We wrapped Sunday on the 3rd video around 1 a.m. in LA. And then I had to drive about 5 hours from 1 a.m. to 6. We made a stop. I ended up getting back in Rockland by 7 a.m. My girlfriend was waiting for me with coffee. She made me scrambled eggs, grabbed it, and then I got to work.
Her.
Shout out to her. But I got back in town by 7 a.m. and had work at 7:30.
Yeah.
So it's been a grind, man.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
And you love it.
I love it.
And that right there, guys, I hope you get a takeaway from that. And like I said, Donnie's here. He's ready to roll. He rolled up one eye open. I knew something was going on. I'm just joking. I knew something was going on. But he's like, he just drove all night. But this is what it takes. And like I said, I love that story. And I'm proud of you for investing in yourself. And you got something out of it, right?
Hell yeah.
So guys, invest in yourself. I know I tell you, I didn't invest in myself for the first 5 years. I was kind of spinning my wheels, self-taught. I was doing stuff, making progress. This guy's been shooting since 10 years old, and he's amazing. He just invested in himself. Yeah, he probably learned 1 or 2 little things, but most of all, he validated what he's doing. He's got that confidence. He knows he's going in the right direction, and that's worth its weight in gold, guys. And you will too, I promise you. Man, this weekend, I'm busy, guys. I got 4 kids in multiple sports. I love this shit. One thing I want to ask of you guys, please share the show. That's the only way we grow. Share it, subscribe, review it. I love when you post shit. I love when you talk to me about what you listen to and what you get from this show. I'll always repost you. I appreciate it. So this is what I'm going to talk about today, guys. It's going to be a quick message, but it's something that I know all you guys need to hear. It's something that I've been dealing with a lot with some of my mentorship and coaching clients. So I want to share it with you guys and get that message out there. So a lot of us have this mindset. We're taught to play it real safe, to play it really, really safe. And I've been dealing with this with my clients. Recently I had a guy, I have a guy that's worth 8 figures, worth an amazing amount of money. He's an amazing dude. And it's someone else I just started mentoring that's hustling and has a crazy amount of money saved up and doing well for himself and doesn't even realize it. And I've felt like this too before in the past, but what I talk to you guys about is you have to reward yourself along the way. You have to reward yourself with whatever is motivating you and pushing you to work so hard and be successful. You have to, celebrate it, small, short win, and reward yourself. And what I'm talking about is, you can't take this shit to the grave. And yeah, I see these guys, they talk about, oh yeah, there's millionaires that drive a Honda Civic and wear Walmart shirts, but I don't fuck with that. Like I work way too hard and I like certain things and they help motivate me and push me and I want to live. We have such a short life and this life can be taken from us like that. And if you have millions of dollars in the bank and you're not really enjoying it or using it, what's the good of it? And I'm talking about live your life. If you want to buy a car, if you want to buy a watch, if you want to go on a vacation with your family, if you want to give back and tithe and give to the homeless and create movements and do it. There's a reason why you're working so hard. And all of us, especially all of us that come from nothing, so a lot of times we have this mindset of hoard, save. We can't spend. I'm so worried. I'm so scared. You need to fucking reward yourself. You need to spend some of that money. I'm not telling you be stupid with that money, but I'm telling you, buy that fucking car. Buy that watch. Reward yourself. Realize that that's the reason why you're working so hard. And I talk to my clients and they're in amazing places and they have that. It's such a scarcity mindset and it's a good mindset to have to a certain point because at one point you're like, you need some fucking pressure. Like, I love pressure. I thrive under pressure. I'm not talking spend all your money and rack up a bunch of debt and literally have 20 grand of bills a month and make 20 grand a month. That's not the kind of pressure I'm talking about. That's not smart budgeting. That's not smart financially. But I'm talking like you have hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank. You're making so much more than your monthly bills. And you're just like, you don't got to drive a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. I'm telling you to be truthful to who you are. And as I talk to my clients, finding what that is for them. Some of them it's cars. Some of them it's vacations. Like I said, some of them it's giving back, but really finding what that is and pouring into that. Because I promise you, the feeling of doing that, you can't describe it. It's kind of like when you work so hard and you're winning, and you really don't have that release or that reassurance of why you're doing it, it's kind of like you get to a point like, why am I doing this? And you don't even realize that you're just hoarding this money and hoarding these wins and there's no celebration and there's no recognition for yourself. And here's the thing, you don't need that from anyone else. Don't buy things and don't do any of this for anyone else's recognition or what anyone else thinks of you. Do it for yourself. Remember why you started. Remember how far you've gone from where you started to where you're at. And you need to remember that. You need to enjoy that. And just so many people don't do it. And so many people are like, I would just want to work up and hoard all this money. And again, hoarding all this money, you have to use your money to work for you. You guys don't realize having all that money in the bank, yeah, it feels good, but your money's doing nothing for you in the bank. You need to invest that in yourself. Put it more into your business. Put it into your people. Put it into other investments. Your money needs to make money. Really, you should have whatever your bills are. This is how I roll, if you guys want to know. Whatever my bills are, like all my bills, I at least want to have a year to 2 years, whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever feels better to you, a year to 2 years of your bills saved up in savings. That's a given. So, and if you can do that, you're winning, because most people don't even have any savings in the bank. 95% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. That's the reality of it. So if you can save up a year to 2 years of your bills, all your bills all your bills total, you're winning. Anything else extra on top of that, you should be investing. You should be finding ways to use that money to make money. That's what I do. And that's the best way to do it. And here's the thing, guys. You don't realize that actually by buying that car validates what you're doing. Even though you don't need that validation and you shouldn't seek that validation. What typically, if you can buy a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, whatever it is, you're doing something fucking right. It's hard to get a car like that. It's hard to qualify for a car like that. And it's hard to own a car like that. They're expensive, and there's some fakes out there that rent them and do that, but those usually get shown out because they rent it. They have it for a couple pictures or whatnot. They don't really own it. They don't really have anything behind it. But when you have these kind of cars and cars, I'm gonna use cars because that's what I fuck with. I love cars. You guys know that, and that's what motivated me from the start. You guys don't realize that it validates that you're actually doing something and you are the real deal, okay? And not that you need it, but it's nice to let people know that you're the real deal. You're validated. Those cars will actually bring you more business. Believe it or not. Those cars will enter you into circles where you'll meet a lot more people locally, especially if you're, a lot of you guys struggle with, I don't have anyone around me. I feel like I'm lonely. No one else fucking works like me. No one wants to do this. Will you be surprised when you get a car like this and locally you join these groups and you realize there is people around you that had to work to get into this group that can own and drive and enjoy cars like this, and you realize you go to these meets and you meet these people and they're all different ages, they do all different things. And you meet these people, you become friends with people that are typically on a similar level as you because they can drive cars like this. And then locally, you have different people, they have different businesses, you make connections, you invest together, you make friendship with people that are doing what you're doing. And you want to be around people that are motivated, inspired, and driving cars like that and working to earn cars like that. And you don't realize by living and hoarding all your money and not enjoying it and not experiencing these things, you're actually holding yourself back. And if you start opening your mind and realizing that you can make more money by spending money. And I'm not talking about spending money stupidly because I've done that. You guys know my story. I spent all my money, I lost everything, and I've learned from that. Because for me, I'm pretty aggressive at spending money and enjoying life, and which is not normal because my dad is super save, don't spend money, be careful. And then I lost everything and I finally, earned everything. And, you would expect me to just hold and hoard everything, which I actually do. But you guys do see I have cars, I do spend it and I enjoy it. And what it does bring to me is tenfold what saving it would be. What do you think, Donnie? You're just over here nodding, looking all cute and shit. What's going on?
No, it's good advice. Yeah. I couldn't agree more. Got to use your money smartly. Yeah. You have it. You should be investing it. And obviously, like what you're saying is you got to make sure your basic needs are met. Have those savings set aside. And then if you got that extra money, invest it into yourself. There's no better investment than investing in yourself and your 100%. Business.
Just like this weekend. You invested. You bought a ticket to that. Bought a ticket to that. You went down there. Camera gear. You rented some camera gear. And you made way more money than it would cost you to rent it. You made new connections. You hustled. You had fun. You had experiences.
Yep.
But you spent money.
Yep. Got to spend money to make money.
You spent like $1,000.
Yep.
Just for a weekend. You made more than that. You made experiences. You made connections. And that's just on a short weekend example, right?
Yeah.
So that's it, guys. You guys stop playing so safe. And I'm not telling you to go buy a Lamborghini, but I'm telling you to go buy whatever it is for you. Live a little. You could be dead tomorrow. That's the reality of this shit. We're all going to die. We don't know when we're going to die. That's the reality of it. Invest in things that make you feel good. You deserve to feel good. I worked my ass off and I deserve to enjoy and experience life. Whether that's going 160 miles per hour in an 800 horsepower car with no fucking cats, V12 screaming at 9,000 RPM, you can't explain that feeling. Like I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. That shit fires me up. If I didn't work hard enough to get to the point where I could buy a car like that, and then I went out and I bought a car like that, that's an experience. Take a life-changing vacation with your family. Show them what it is to experience a different culture and live and not worry about, don't even worry about what anything fucking costs this weekend or this week. Let's just live. When's the last time you did that? When's the last time you gave back and changed people's lives? When's the last time you did that? You can literally impact people's lives and change their lives. When's the last time you did that? Just because you're hoarding your money and you're saving it? Fuck that. Live a little, guys. That's the message today. Hope you got something from it. We love you guys. We're out.
Pull up in motorcades. I got a show today. It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate. Choppers a throwaway.